American Legion Baseball enjoys a reputation as one of the most successful and tradition-rich amateur athletic leagues. Today, the program registered teams in all 50 states plus Canada, and each year, young people ages 13 to 19 participate. When the Legion program started in 1925 in Millbank, South Dakota, Major League Baseball has been very supportive of the national program. For decades, we were the only program that they took to the Major League World Series. They still do that to this day. Yogi Berra played American Legion Baseball in St. Louis, Missouri, on the team that reached the regionals in Hastings, Nebraska. Following high school, Berra joined the U.S. Navy in 1943 during World War II and served as gunner's mate on the USS Bayfield during the D-Day invasion of France. No man epitomizes the values of American Legion Baseball more than Bob Feller. Feller played American Legion Baseball through 1934 and reached the major leagues as a 17-year-old before even graduating high school. 2 days after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, Feller enlisted in the U.S. Navy. With this selfless act, he became Major League Baseball's first player to enlist in World War II, and in the process gave up nearly 4 seasons of baseball in the prime of his career. In 1962, Bob Feller became the first American Legion Baseball player inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame and famously said, quote, "I may have been the first Legion Baseball graduate in the Hall of Fame, but I won't be the last." Babe Ruth was too old to join when Legion Baseball started, but he spent the final years of his life promoting the program as its director of operations. Babe traveled the country, sharing the values of American Legion Baseball, from the American Legion All-Star Game in Philadelphia to the American Legion World Series in Los Angeles. Ted Williams once said, "All I want out of life is that when I walk down the street, folks will say, 'There goes the greatest hitter that ever lived.'" The 1960 American Legion Graduate of the Year accomplished that goal. The only Hall of Famer to serve during 2 wars, Williams sacrificed 5 years of his prime to serve the nation as a Navy and Marine fighter pilot. In 1928, 13-year-old Margaret Gisolo joined the Blandford Cubs, an American Legion team in Indiana. Nicknamed the Girl Babe Ruth, Gisolo's eligibility was questioned after her prowess angered a rival team. The Cubs, thanks in part to Gisolo's outstanding play, won the Indiana State Tournament and advanced to regionals. Gisolo joined the Navy Waves during World War II. Well, the value in being an American Legion coach is it's an inner thing that you've helped develop, not only as a baseball player, but maybe a troubled kid came onto your team and you helped turn his life around. That, to me, sometimes can give you more satisfaction than see him go to the major leagues. It's given me a sense of purpose in helping young men accomplish something in life. That's the biggest thing for me. And that's whether I'd been doing Boys State and had the same success that I've had in baseball, it would have meant the same from that standpoint. Albert Pujols played for me in 1997 and 98. Albert was a kid that gave you everything he had. Those are relationships that you develop for life, you know. Because I honestly believe, sitting here right now, I coached a Hall of Famer. When the Legion program started in 1925 in Millbank, South Dakota, we're still teaching the same things we always had: sportsmanship, citizenship, work together for a goal, and that's not going to change. The tenets of that pillar of the American Legion is going to continue to go forward. You're changing lives. The program changes lives.
It was a great experience, you know. It was something that it helped me out in my gang. You take your gang to the next level, and that's something that I'm pretty grateful for. Well, I had great coaches, you know, Kyle Frank, Gary Stone. At the end of the day, those are the great experiences that you take with you no matter where you play.
For me, it was an honor to put that uniform on and play, and know that when you play for whatever post you were representing, you were representing a lot of the heroes that we had that fought in the military.
But it was a great experience for me. I love Legion. Really kind of got me ready for pro ball, I think, as much as anything. You played a lot of games during the summer.
Some of the best memories I have in baseball ever were in, the World Series in Ely, Minnesota, the regionals at Stanford, because the California regional every year was incredible. Those are the best baseball times, some of them in my life.
Part of your development in all sports is the way you interact with teammates and stuff like that, and have the opportunity to form that kind of unity and team like we did with American Legion. That's just as important as trying to learn how to field a ground ball right, so to speak. So that was pretty beneficial for me.
American Legion Baseball was great. I mean, it was the perfect culmination of summer.
I wouldn't recommend, anything else. I had a great experience with it, and, it was a great time of my life.
Shelby's a small town about 30 miles from Charlotte, North Carolina. The whole community jumped into it, took it over. The first couple of years, they'd take us on a motorcade through town. Everybody's out on the front porch waving at us as we go by. You expect a once-in-a-lifetime experience. When Shelby got awarded this contract, it used to be that we rotated the World Series every other year somewhere around the country. Due to travel costs and other issues, we decided to go with one location. Shelby successfully bid for it because the focus isn't the game itself, it's what we stand for. Teaching citizenship, teaching how to work toward a goal, improving the community, improving the nation as a whole by improving the fabric of the young people who reside here.
Ted, I noticed that you once played American Legion Junior Baseball. Is that the way you started your baseball career?
Well, it sure was, Jim. I used to play for the DeWitt C. Mitchell, post number 201 in San Diego, California. It was a great break for me, too.
Well, how do you mean that, Ted?
While playing American Legion baseball, I learned about the value of team play, sportsmanship, and met a lot of fine fellows in the process. Besides that, I learned a lot of baseball through the organized competition that the program affords. I think that every boy in America should play American Legion Junior Baseball if it is at all possible for him to do so.
Thank you, Ted Williams. And here's hoping you keep right on winning batting championships for many years. This is Jim Britt reminding